She's got 4 years of showing the people of South Carolina, and I might add, showing the rest of the country, this is how you run a state.
Americans are standing up for freedom, for limited government, for lower taxes, being led by great conservative governors. Nikki Haley is one of those leaders.
We understand that true freedom and prosperity comes not from the mighty hand from the government. It comes from the dignity that comes from hard work with a job in the private sector. And you've got a governor that understands that for all the people of South Carolina.
That was some big-name Republicans rallying with, I might add, matching shirts on Monday to back South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley for re-election. But was this really an unofficial campaign stop for 2016? Let's bring back our gaggle. Doug Thornell, Carrie Budoff-Brown, and Kristen Soltis Anderson. Kristen, I want to start with you because this is on the Republican side of the aisle. Do Scott Walker, Bobby Jindal, and Rick Perry just have they're just very invested in Nikki Haley, or is it because South Carolina is in the early states in 2016?
I would be willing to bet that South Carolina has more than a little something to do with it. But Nikki Haley's a rising star in the party. I mean, she's one of our bright stars in terms of the governors out there in the states. And so aligning yourself with her makes perfect sense, and South Carolina's a bonus.
I get why aligning with her makes sense, but Doug, we were talking about this off camera. Does Nikki Haley aligning with people who do not live in the state make sense for Nikki Haley?
I wonder
who's
how
going
many
to be in a real race.
Right. I mean, first of all, she's in some real political trouble in terms of her numbers, and I actually think some other Republican governors who are often touted, Rick Snyder, Corbett, you have these people who are also in real bad, I think, political...
Snyder in Michigan, Corbett in Pennsylvania.
That's exactly right. And so, you know, I think Nikki Haley's probably trying to make a play to her base to ramp them up by bringing Rick Perry and Scott Walker on the stage to kind of give them a boost, remind them that she's one of them. It was kind of odd, though, because generally in an announcement like that, or you're going to be surrounded by people from the state, not necessarily outsiders. But
Carrie, I want to talk about this because she was a rising star, and she may well still be, but her numbers have not been great in the state. There was some debate she might not run for re-election. I don't think that was ever seriously considered. But if she wins, and it's South Carolina in a midterm, so if you're the Republican, you're likely, if she wins, she becomes a critical power broker in 2016, right?
Sure. I mean, she's always been a favorite, you know, of the Tea Party. Sarah Palin, you know, she is an attractive Indian American, you know, and just by the fact that you saw those governors show up with her just shows that already, how she's sort of a, you know, a hot commodity.
I would warn, though, I still remember all of the endorsements in these early states, how important they all were, and then the person they endorsed didn't win. Yeah, so I just always put that. Okay, Kristen, you